Howdy, I'm Clay Carlino and I do stuff. And what I'm doing tonight is fixing Gobots because, hey, it's the middle of the night and, you know, what better to do than maybe drink an adult beverage and fix an old toy that was super, super cool. This is ZOD. For those of you who don't know, Gobots had monsters, and this is ZOD. It's a motorized monster that would rear up on its hind wheels, and then it would snap at your Gobot characters. And see, it had this button on the back that you would press to make it go, and then the button to stop it was down here. So ideally, the Gobot had to like stab it in the belly in order to make it stop, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is my old one, but as you notice, when I'm pushing the buttons, it's not doing anything. So we need to fix ZOD here. We're going to open them up and find out what's wrong. Yes, there are batteries in them. So yeah, let's do some stuff. All right, first thing I need to do is take the batteries out, and so I'm gonna actually go now. I've got some hotkeys set up, and oh, we've got some smooth jazz playing for those of us who are joining us here at almost 1 a.m. And this is a good time to take a sip of honey whiskey because we're up late. Little nightcap. For those viewers that are under 21, let's just pretend that's apple juice. Maybe it is. You don't know. It's not. So, let's go ahead, and I believe that I have another camera view. Yes, I do. Okay, so this is my little work area here so that you can actually see what I'm doing. There's a little tab right here to open the battery door, and there we go. So we'll take out my high quality Sunbeam batteries. There we go. Set these off to the side here. And alright, so we gotta take some screws out. Now, ZOD unfortunately uses security screws. I'm not really a fan. You know what? Ah, there we go. I'm not really a fan of security screws, but you know, he's got them, so we need a screwdriver. Actually, wait, it's not really security screws, it's star screws. I'm not really a fan of those either. Just give me a freaking Phillips. I mean, what are they worried about a kid getting into their ZOD? They break it, then they buy another one. Okay, you know, they didn't last that long, so they probably wouldn't have bought another one. Nonetheless, I need security screws. There we go. I'll get better at these hotkey transitions as I learn my hotkeys, but you know, this stuff is tough. So what I'm doing is I'm just sorting through my tool bin. Hopefully we actually have some security screws that'll work. Oh, I think we do. So this is a neat little set. I don't know where I got this. Oh, awesome! So, my lovely and talented wife is kind of playing technical support on this video, and unfortunately she can't compensate for the fact that I don't know which buttons I'm supposed to press in order to change my camera views. But, nonetheless, she says that the video looks good, and that makes me happy. So, let's see if this engages. Let's go ahead and go to number 2 here. Oh, is that the right size? Feels like it might be a little bit big. Let me try smaller one. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're just gonna take some, this is a ratchety thing here. There we go. Oh, you hear that? That screw has never been out. Imagine that you don't really want to watch screws coming out. That's not the cool looking part. But while I'm taking screws out, let's just have a little bit of a discussion, shall we? And if you're actually awake right now, please feel free to chime in and say something. I do have a chat window here that might actually work. YouTube, I've been complaining about this a lot. YouTube changed their system, and they have this new YouTube Studio, and it doesn't work for shit. And you know, this is the default. I think that there's some way to get into the old system, but they keep making it harder and harder to get to. So at this point, I don't even know how to get to the old software that worked. Instead, we're stuck with their new software that doesn't work at all. And so I'm going to try typing in my chat window and see if that does anything. Hello? Did I see I've got, no, it did nothing. Okay, so I'll just have to rely on my lovely wife to tell me if I get messages, and I will respond to them, because this is interactive entertainment. We're together in this. You and me, we are fixing ZOD. Hey, you know, oh, someone has ramen and toilet paper? That's awesome! You want me to point the camera? No. Oh, the ramen and the toilet paper are on the video. Yes, so that is our survival plan. The other night, Monica was a little bit concerned that with everybody hoarding, that when we went shopping this weekend, they would be out of everything. So we went and we got a large pack of toilet paper. And no, we did not buy like five things of toilet paper. We got one family sized. Okay, that's plenty. Okay, yeah, I'm sure that more toilet paper will show up at some point before this crisis is over. So we got one family sized, and we've already got some toilet paper, so we're fine. And we did get ramen because, you know, if you're out of everything else, you can always make ramen. I mean, you can boil some water to make it okay to drink. If for some strange reason the normal water doesn't work, I don't know why it wouldn't, but so, you know, ramen. So let's go ahead and switch views here. Oh, look, I hit the right button. So I've got most of the screws undone, I think. Yeah, so this one is, and this one is, and is there one in here? Yeah, I got that. I can feel it rattling around, and oh wait, that one. Okay, there's one in the neck here. Maybe. Yeah, and oh, I didn't get the nose. Okay, so let's get the nose. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this because I've always wanted to know what was inside this thing. Did I not get the tip of the tail? I might not have gotten the tip of the tail. No, I got the tip of the tail, so oh, are the stickers holding them together? Oh man, I didn't want to take off the stickers. They are never going to survive. Okay, I'm going to use an X-Acto blade, which I hate doing this. I don't want to have to cut through the stickers, but better to cut through them than tear them off and have them be in tatters. And I think that at some point here I'm just going to have to make new stickers. You know, it can be done. I'm sure that somewhere I can download the graphics, and if not, I can take some pictures and scan them in, go into like Inkscape or something, recreate the graphics, and make some new stickers. So here we go. We are move my toolkit out of the way a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, this is an X-Acto blade that I got at Tuesday mornings, and this is the most poorly designed X-Acto blade ever. Look, it comes with a cap, which great. Does the cap fit? No, the cap does not fit on the handle. I mean, come on, guys. This is 2020. I believe that we can create an X-Acto blade lid that... Oh, I got that crooked. Jeez, this is what happens when you take ZOD apart at 1 o'clock in the morning and you have adult beverages. You end up cutting the stickers wrong. Yes, my lovely and talented wife can print new stickers. Okay, so here we go. And oh, his mouth fell off. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just get some of the, oh, wow. Okay. That's not the organized disassembly that I was kind of hoping for, but it'll do. We got more of these. I think that that's all of them. I hope that that's all of them. And I thought that, there we go. Yeah, okay. That's one more. Well, that is some loud, smooth jazz. It's very smooth and very jazzy. It's okay. So what do I do here? There's some big knobby tires here, and how does this come apart? There's no screws. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm gonna try this. I think this is working. So I'm just unscrewing this wheel. Yes. Oh, okay. So this wheel unscrewed. So yeah, it's thread. Oh, it doesn't screw off. So you see, it's got a knurled edge. If the camera will focus on that. Can the camera focus on that? I don't think that the camera. I think that's too close. Well, there's a knurled edge right here, and so the wheel that has a tooth on it just twists off. You know, really, they twist against each other, so either one would have worked. So, and let's just remember that the spring goes on this side, and what that does is that means that the shaft is going to be pushed out this way by the spring, which is going to pull this tire in there so that it engages this gear here. There's this sawtooth gear right here. Well, it's actually molded into the plastic, but that's going to allow it to ratchet forward and not spin backwards. So yeah, that's a little bit of something. There's also you know, some kind of a thingy right here, which I believe moves with mechanical motion. And let's lift off this side. Now, this is the side that didn't have screws in it. So let's see what's going on here, because what I noticed is that it just didn't feel like it was doing much. Oh, and this whole thing lifts out. That's nice. All right. So, let's go ahead and put the batteries in here. And, let's see, that's the belly button, so that's off. And we'll put these in. And, okay, see, now it's sort of working. Why does it stop? Wait. Chance. If I get a chance, what? Let's see. Let's see. If I get a chance, I might want to work in the Toy Palooza show where we got some GoBots and had a good time. Yes. Okay. So, good. Okay. I won't forget about that. But first, let's. I'm afraid I have to think critically here, because we saw it go for a second. So let's just see if it's a contact issue, like with the copper tabs here. Oh! Well, that made pieces fly. Huh. Okay, I think that was... Okay, so, this is quite a situation. It does seem to go when I force it. I think I lost one of these. I think that it flew over by on the other side of the table, and I'd get up and look for it, except there's a cat on my lap. He's very, very sleepy. So, I'm looking for one of these. I think that it went flying. So, yeah, I think that went there on that side. And there was probably another one on the other side. Check underneath your laptop, because I think that it's scooted. Huh. Nope. That's weird. Okay, well, I'm losing pieces because I'm not being careful. I think that what I need to do to fix that is have some more whiskey. Yeah. This is probably going to get flagged by YouTube as something that I can't show to minors. Which I feel like if your job is to dig underground, you should be able to drink whatever you want. I don't know why the law is... Oh wait, maybe was it that thing? I don't know. Okay, well, you know what? I don't think that there's a second one now that I'm looking. See, here I'm going to try and show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but you can see on the plastic here, there's a little bit of a color difference and a little bit of a scrape here. So you can make out this shape right there, where after years of this thing moving back and forth, it's kind of left its mark on that red plastic. And so that tells me how that goes together. Now, this, I have no idea about this. Yeah. That's something. So, that just is not... Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We've got Phillips. So, we're going to take off this button assembly, and I'm going to take a look at these copper contacts And that bit just doesn't fit. Let's try a different screwdriver tip. Okay, that sort of fits. It's a weird screw. Okay, so we're going to take off the button assembly, and I'm going to take a look at those contacts, because maybe they're just not very clean and not making good contact. Maybe they have kind of bent back a little bit and they're just not going together the way that they should. Yeah, these screws are weird. What's that supposed to mean? These screws are weird. So, yeah, we've got that out of the way. Now, ideally, okay, so well, that's working well. Wesley doesn't like it, but it's working well. So maybe the problem is, let's just go ahead and flex these a little bit. Make sure that the batteries are a little bit tighter. Okay, well, that's seems to be working. Let's just go ahead and put this back in here. And now, notice there's a little tab right here. In order to get this thing back in, this little tab needs to be in between these. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it towards what would be the belly of ZOD. The belly is on this side, this is the back. So I'm going to slide it forward, which is the on position, and then I can slide it back. And ideally, that should function as the on-off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these screws back in. Oh, and I need to switch the direction of the screwdriver. So, you know, while we're doing this, let's talk a little bit about Gobots, because I'm a huge Transformers fan. I mean, I'm a huge Transformers fan. I've been collecting for getting close to 40 years. Oh. No, I'm still showing how this goes back together. So, and most Transformers fans that I know are very hateful towards Gobots. You know, it's like if you know, and I guess that comes from back in the day, Gobots were really Transformers' biggest competitor. I mean, there were all sorts of transforming robots on the market, but Gobots were the only one that really had a name. I mean, there were converters and there were all sorts of store brands and things, but it was Gobots or Transformers when it first came out. Okay, let's test this. Ah! What the deuce? I mean, we all just saw it work, right? Hey, internet, you saw this thing work, right? You saw it. So it's not going again. I'm getting irritated. Refill. This is going to turn into an episode of Drunk History, except this is going to turn into Drunk Gobots Repair. I'm going to have to change the designation on this video so that it's not for kids, so it's specifically not for kids. Okay, there we go. Honey whiskey. It's good stuff. I really like that. I didn't drink for the first 40 years of my life. Okay, no alcohol whatsoever. And you know, it was just a decision that I made early on. And then for my 40th birthday, my parents were brewing beer, my wife was brewing beer, and my family are hardcore beer snobs. And so they're trying all these new and interesting and different craft beers and things like that. And it was like, you know, I really felt like I should be able to take part. And there's other stuff in my life that led to this decision as well. But that was kind of the tipping point where it's like, you know what? I'm going to allow myself to imbibe alcohol. Now, I still haven't developed a taste for beer. I just haven't done it. I can sip a good dark beer. I can't handle an American lager at all. Just, you know, like if it's like a Coors Light or something like that, I can't do it. But you know, you know, like an old engine oil or something like that, I'll at least sip it and then give the rest to my wife, which she really appreciates when we go to beer places together, because then she gets to finish mine. But honey whiskey, that's another story. So, why doesn't this button work? That everybody saw it work. So, okay, well, that tells me something. Oh, wait, almost some off-track audio when I check my phone. Okay, well, nothing I can do about that, so yeah, it's just, all right, well, that tells me something, because we know that when we take this switch out, it does make contact. So I'm going to take the switch back off, and I'm going to put a little bit more tension on those tabs just by bending them towards each other just a little bit more. Make sure that they really want to touch. Alright, so let's just go ahead and give this a little bit of a twist that way and a little bit of a twist that way. Look, there's a little broken peg right there. Huh, you know what? I'm just going to pull that out because I don't want it rattling around inside. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? If you look really close, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but those are just barely wanting to touch each other. I'm sorry, I'm getting into the blurry zone of the camera. So let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a twist this way. There, that's a little better. Oh, look at that. They're gapped again. Oh, I know what it is. That little peg right there, that was putting tension on this downwards, and that peg is broken. We just removed it, so that is why. Mystery solved. Okay, we have to fix that. I have some screws and the cordless screwdriver out there. Alright, see, since I've got a cat on my lap and because I'm on camera, Monica's willing to go get me tools. It's great. I can just sit here. I mean, that's terrible. Men, do not expect your wives to be your personal servants. They are people, and they need to be respected. Remember, there's more more vows than just the till death do us part. There's love. Love is one of your vows. Yeah. I was at your wedding. I know you said it. Love honor, obey, all that stuff. People are a little bit shaky on the obey one. Ashy Slashy, you get out of here! You get out of here! You get out of here! Darn Ashy Slashy. Although, while you're down there... No, we're not going there. I know, this is a late night... I'm really gonna have to put some limits. Like, I'm gonna have to select the no kids allowed on this video. Because I'm making off-color jokes and drinking alcohol. This is what I do for you, Internet! Alright, so there's that little box of screws out there. Yes, that's it. Thank you. Alright, so this is my little stash of screws that I've pulled out of stuff. I didn't, this isn't all me. I actually got this from a friend of mine at work who's in our electronics department, and when he was throwing stuff away, he gave me his collection of stuff that he's pulled out of things. So, like, I just have zillions of different screws here, and they're not really sorted in any definable order, but that's okay. We're going to find what we need. But what we need to do is we need to put some tension right on here. We need to put a screw in here to replace that missing peg so that this kind of pushes down. And so to start with, got my little cordless screwdriver. I got this on Amazon for like 20 bucks, and it's a lithium ion battery, and this little thing works. I've had this thing for probably about 5 years now, and it's great. So I'm going to drill down into the plastic. Now I don't want to drill too deeply because the gearbox is in here, and I don't want to screw up any of those gears. But I think that I can safely go just in front of where that peg broke off. There we go. All right. There we go. And now let's just find a screw that will go in place. And I know this is exciting. I'm looking through a box of screws. Let's drink to that. Are you playing the drinking game? I should have made a drinking game for this video. Every time I can't find something that I desperately need to make this work, take a drink. Right now I need screws. So, okay, wait here. There we go. That's the one. And we're just gonna, you know what, let me just compare that to my bit size. No, that should be good. That should be good. Let's see, I think I had another little screwdriver around here that might be a little bit easier to use. Oh, I do. Oh! I was just looking for something that I desperately need. Take another drink. That's 2 shots during this video. This is don't show your kids this video. I'll lose their respect. As if I had it. Sure, do I need to refill? I might need to refill. There we go. Okay, so this is turning into one of those videos. Oh, that didn't work. All right. The metal screw is going to... Yes, the metal screw is conductive, and so that is a concern if it were touching any of the other electrical parts. But it's just going into plastic, and so we really don't have to worry about that.
But isn't it putting pressure on the copper?
What was that?
Isn't it touching the copper?
It is touching the copper,
Okay.
but yes. I just thought, but you know what? I think I need. Here is a concern with this screw. The head is going to here. I'm gonna. So here's the copper tab that we are trying to retain, and you know, we just want to put some downward pressure right here, so that it doesn't do that, because when it does that, then ZOD doesn't bite. So we need something to kind of hold it in place. Now, if I put this screw in here, because it's kind of short, the head of the screw is going to be here, which is going to kind of make it lopsided. So I'm going to get a little bit of a longer screw. And fortunately, I have longer screws. Oh, I'm looking for something that I desperately need. Well, looking for something that I desperately need to make this work, which means take another drink. It's good. So, yeah, you know what? It's, I will say that I'm noticing that it's getting harder to make intelligent decisions. This is a bad idea. Drinking and fixing things. But you know, I feel like I'm holding up a tradition of men who drink alcohol while they're fixing stuff. Like, have you ever seen somebody working on, a group of guys putting down a new roof, okay? They've got beers. You know they're drinking beers up there. In fact, a lot of them are probably, I've heard that it helps to keep them calm. So that, because if you're nervous up there, then you can seriously hurt yourself. I personally would think that if you're standing on a roof, being high would be more dangerous than being nervous. But I'm not a roofer, so I guess that's I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to accept that I know it happens, and it's okay. So I got that screw in while I was addressing the camera, and so let's go ahead and we're going to just fit this part in. See, I've moved things around so it doesn't want to line up. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay, so look at this. The screw is now interfering with this. So I'm actually gonna just shave a little bit off of that with my X-Acto. This ZOD, though it's a valuable part of my collection, I don't speculate, and I don't sell my toys ever. So it doesn't matter if I ruin the value of them by cutting into them, and in fact I cut into them pretty often. If I die and my wife sells my toy collection, which I know she won't because she loves them, but let's just say that she was really desperate for some cash, because her husband did not succeed in leaving her millions of dollars, which I really would not. then, and she absolutely had to in order to buy the last of the toilet paper in the post-apocalyptic coronavirus Armageddon world. Then, you know, let's just hope that by that time my YouTube channel has become really popular and my notoriety as a YouTube star will make all of the modifications that I've made to my toys actually worth more, because otherwise they are worth shit. Okay, so we've shaved a little bit off here. You can see how you know, it used to be straight from here, and now I've got a little gap thing. I'm going to trim that just a little bit more. There we go. This is another thing that you shouldn't do. You should not be using an X-Acto blade while drinking alcohol. That's a poor thing to do. That's a poor decision. And so, as we talk about poor life choices, at least I don't have a face tattoo. Nothing against people with face tattoos. Okay? You know, I mean, if you got a face tattoo, chances are you're really cool. But I'm not cool enough to pull it off. Also, most people with face tattoos can beat me up easily. What am I talking about? Little girls can beat me up easily. So, let's try this out. All right, we've got this. I'm not going to put the screws in yet. I want to see if it works. So we'll put in. There's a little bit of plastic in there. I don't want the plastic in there. There we go. Okay. So, put these in. Oh! Okay, why did it work for a second and then... Oh wait, battery slipped. No, it wasn't the battery slipped. What is the problem? Come on! Okay, so I'm going to give this just a little bit of twist. I think this is a matter of finessing it so that the tabs push against each other the way that they're supposed to. The screw is not quite... Like, if notice that I can still push this up like this and it doesn't make contact to the lower tab. So I'm going to give it more bend this way. And... I think that's going to do it. I feel good about this. Although, okay. There. Okay, so. There we go. So I put a little bit more tension on that lower copper tab. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh shit. Well, now it's working all the time. Okay, so that's too much. That is too much. I must have gotten the little plastic tab like underneath. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bend this top one down just a little bit. And give it a little bit of a bend here. And here, I'm gonna... give it a little twist. Okay, there we go. I feel like this is the one. This is the one. Okay, we've got batteries in. Really? Oh, come on. This is what? This is a bunch of crap. Come on. Well, now, okay, we know that it was, okay, something else is, like my batteries are screwed up or something. Did I put the batteries in wrong? Yes, I put the batteries in wrong. Okay, so, okay, the problem that time was that I might be suffering the influence of alcohol. Here we go. Okay, wait. Oh, let me move that. Okay, so now this is the one. Okay, wait. Here, I'm holding everything. No. There's a lot going on here. Trying to hold everything together. All right. I probably shouldn't have had those shots. But that's okay. This is the one. This is the one. Okay, do you feel it? I feel it. So, whoops, wrong button. There we go. Okay, ready? Woohoo! Off. On. Off. On. All right, let's put some screws in this. And we'll put that screw there. Thank you. I was kind of hoping for applause. Thank you. Lovely woman in the booth. Can we get together after the show? All right, so I'm gonna put the screws in. I don't think we're getting together after the show. Oh, this is the worst live stream ever. All right, so there we go, and since I've got screws in, yeah, okay. Now see, now it feels like it's doing something. Before it did not. So I feel like that's very positive. I'm gonna just tighten these a little bit. And now once more, let's put batteries in. You know, the switch is held in place. So let's just make sure that everything's working before I try and figure out how to put ZOD back together. And I dropped the battery. Oh, Wesley, I've got some bad news for you, buddy. Look. I've got Wesley. Look at little Wesley. He's been on my lap the whole time. and my leg is completely asleep and throbbing. But it's okay because I had this adorable cat on my lap. He left. He got mad because I showed him to YouTube. So, let's see. Battery. Let's try this out. Oh no! I was looking for something that I desperately need to make this work. I shouldn't do this. All right. That's probably a mistake. So my bland diet's going well. Oh gosh. Yep, it is that part of the night. Can I look at the diagrams on the battery? Okay, there we go. All right, batteries are in. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. This thing works. All right, now I just need to put ZOD back together. That should be easy. Okay. So, whew. Well, okay, this goes here. You know that. Let's go ahead and take these out. And I'm going to slip this back into place. You know, here's ZOD's body. All right, so that's how that goes in. Now, I believe that something has to go in here to rear the head up. That might be this. Let's just take a look. This is going to require some serious problem identification. And I'm having trouble saying words. I'm going to do this, though. And you're doing it with me. Did I just slur my speech? That's bad. This is terrible. I need to delete this video. I really need to delete this video. Okay. So, here is ZOD's upper section. Now, we know that ZOD rears up like this. And this seems to be at its highest point. Let me just, let me go ahead and run the batteries a little bit to see if it gets much higher. All right. Yeah. Okay. So So that's the highest point of this piece. Something has to push ZOD up further. And so let's take a look at both of these halves here. Wow, that's just hollow in there. So I'm thinking that this thing has to do that job somehow. And then of course we have the mouth, which I think that the mouth just kind of flaps. I don't think that there's any mechanical actuator in there. We've got this piece. So my guess is that maybe this piece goes in here, maybe, and then that piece goes like that. But boy, I don't think that even, well, let's just, let's go ahead and put the batteries in and get it to run a little bit further. Okay, that's good. That is it pretty much at its highest point. So let's leave it there. That's going to help us. That's going to help us decipher the mystery. Yeah, that... Okay, so this little piece, assuming that goes... Yeah, that's just a mirror image of that one. So I think that this goes right in here, and then we do have, okay, we have this, which is the axle that holds his front wheel. So that goes like that. And then we have the back half of the body. Yeah, good luck, drunk guy. I mean, what am I doing? What's that? Of course I've got them right. The fact that I'm inebriated doesn't mean that I can't put stuff together. I'm good at this. I just told my wife that I'm good at this. Okay, so I think that this should just go together just like that. Let's open this battery door so that it doesn't get in the way. Something's in the way. Something's pinching. Oh, okay, the battery door can go like that. And the body goes on. So this little cylinder here needs to go into that hole right there. And that's a good guide point. You know, we can use that as a reference. And then, oh, look at that. Look at that. That just goes together. Oh, but there's still something in there. What's in there? Oh, okay. Okay, there's something in the tail. There we go. Look at that. That goes together. So now we take the front of the body here. Make sure that this jaw pin goes into this little hole here. So we're just gonna maneuver that a little bit. We're gonna make sure that the screw bosses go together. You know, we got this pin to line up. Yeah. ZOD is actually coming together, so let's go ahead and put some screws in him. Oh, wrong tip. So, yeah, just putting screws in. And let me put another screw in here. Get the body to hold together. I feel like that's not really grabbing. That is not grabbing. Why isn't that grabbing? I don't know. I'm going to try one of the other screws. There we go. There we go. See, that grabbed. Okay. So, ZOD... Oh. Well. Here we go again. I kind of thought things were held together a little bit better than they were. There we go. We can get this back together. Get the jaw lined up. Get this pin lined up with the front arm there. All right, there we go. And now let's get a screw in his noodle. And let's get a screw right here. This will hold together the top half of his body pretty nicely. Alright, yeah. See? ZOD is pretty much together. Let's go ahead before we put in the rest of the screws and do another little test to make sure that we haven't screwed up anything. And getting batteries in the right way is hard. There we go. There we go. And yeah. Okay, that's awesome. That's amazing. All right, I'm gonna put in the other screws. Let's see. He needs one there, and he's gonna need one there, and one there, and one there. Okay. And while I'm tightening these screws, I want to talk a little bit about Gobots. You know, it's just not that interesting. I'm tightening screws. So let's talk about Gobots. Like I said, I'm a Transformers fan. And many Transformers fans feel like it is their moral obligation to hate Gobots. You know, all the time when I'm talking to other Transformers fans, they're like, yeah, Gobots sucked. Well, let me go on record. Gobots do not suck. Gobots are cool. Gobots are super cool. And the problem with Gobots was piss poor marketing. And I know that we don't want to believe that marketing affects our childhood memories, but it does. See, for one thing, Gobots they didn't understand the power of a story. And this is important because think about what you love about Optimus Prime. I mean, sure, it was an amazing toy. You know, you had this cool truck with a full trailer, and then you had Roller, and you had it opened up to be the command center, and then you had Optimus Prime, and he was big, and he was red, and he was cool. But what we love about Optimus Prime, let's be honest, just for a moment, be honest. What you love about Optimus Prime is two things. One, Peter Cullen, the voice. It's such an iconic, it's a perfect voice. The other thing is, Optimus Prime was the dad that we all wanted, but very few of us had. You know, he was big and powerful and tough, and he could beat up anybody, but he only fought when necessary. He had a moral compass. He was the father figure for our generation. And that's what we love about him. Yes, it was a great toy, but it was a great toy made 1,000 times greater by some really good storytelling. And see, it was consistent storytelling because it wasn't just the cartoon. it wasn't just the comic book, but you even got a character bio on the back of each box saying, hey, this is Optimus Prime. What's his quote? Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. That's great! That's some good shit for a little kid. When I was a kid, you know, I was blown away. We're going to put together ZOD a little bit. So here's the side that has that spring. That goes on this side. So you're looking at the belly of ZOD. And you see it goes in this side. And then we've got this wheel, and it just friction fits on there. So I'm just going to press it on. There we go. There. And see, notice what happens. The spring in that wheel engages those teeth on this side. So yeah, that's good. Just enough, there's just enough play in there for it to rotate forward but not backtrack. So, yeah, Gobots, let's face it, the show was crap. The show was complete garbage. It was poorly animated. It wasn't well thought out. I don't know which show actually came first, but Transformers came from Cybertron. They didn't come from Transformatron. They came from Cybertron. Gobots came from Gobotron. No. Oh, gosh. You know, and also, Transformers were Autobots and Decepticons. They very, very rarely actually referred to themselves as Transformers. And that's something that even carries through to the comic books today. They refer to themselves as Cybertronians, but it's very rare that you actually hear the name Transformers used by the characters. You know, that's what the series is called, but that's not what they call themselves. Gobots were Gobots. You know, regardless of whether it was a cheesy word or not, it was just Gobots. And so, you know, it wasn't, you know, it lacked imagination. It lacked subtlety. Also, you know, I have that, wait, here, I'm gonna get something. Listen to the smooth jazz. All right, I'm back. So, I've got this guy. I don't think he even has a name. Does he have a name? I don't think he even has a name. And see, that's a problem. Transformers, I don't think they made a single product that didn't have a name attached to it. I guess maybe the lunchbox didn't have a name. But I bet even that Transformers Big Wheel probably had a name. Yeah, thank you. No name. So, you know, this guy who was the Gobots version of Shockwave, he didn't even have a name. And look, they put a sticker on the front. Here, wait, I can. Oh, okay, wait here. Let me. We've got word from our technical advisor that we've got an image. So let me try and bring up that image. Okay, so did you drop that in that folder? Okay, so let me go to. I think I closed that. Jeff on my cloud. Okay, and swap stuff. Okay, what? Okay. LGs. Ah, okay. 14 and 15. Which one? 15. Okay, so we're going to go here, and then we're going to go to F3. Yes, I know. We're looking at my. Look at that. Okay. That's the Gobots convertible laser gun. Notice it doesn't say what the name is. There's no name. So this guy had no name. Oh, also notice that that this guy, yeah, he actually had a much longer barrel, and these double barrel things, he was a little bit different colored. So mine, I got them on eBay for $5, and the clear part was broken off the front. So you can see that I did some repairs. I made these out of some knockoff upsized RC parts. It was like a Big Lots toy, but they work really well. See? Yeah, I just shot the internet. I've taken first blood. So this guy, he didn't get a name, and they put stickers on him. That, like, there's a sticker here that has a picture of Leader 1 and Psykill. And then on here, it says Gobots. Okay, Transformers would have never done that. They would have put Decepticon stickers on him, or Autobot stickers. They would have given him a name. They would have given him a personality, and he would have been in the show, even if just for a single episode. But this guy got no airplay, and he's awesome. And ZOD. ZOD is awesome, and that's something where Transformers didn't have monsters. They had Decepticons that turned into monsters, but they didn't have anything like this. So my point is that Gobots, the toys, were cool. They were awesome. They, for the most part, were in the same scale, and even the Super Gobots, yes, they were a different scale. But one thing that that the show did, and I'm going to agree with this, the show did one thing that I seem to agree with, and they pretty much pretended that they were all the same scale, which I'm going to say is supported by the fact that there was a Super Gobots scale Leader 1 and a Super Gobots scale Psykill, as well as the regular scale. So since ideally these are the same characters, then it just means we're seeing all the same characters in different scales. Transformer, scale was out the window. Gobots, you really had like 2 sizes. Now the later Super Gobots started getting smaller, but still, it was 2 sizes, okay? Transformers, you had the super deformed stuff, you had the little guys, you had big guys. Gobots, they were uniform. And they were cool. Like, yeah, look, we got Super Psykill here, and he's actually kind of awesome. And look at Super Leader 1. Okay, look at this jet. This is a cool jet. Look at that. He's got metal parts. He's got fold-out landing gear. Yeah, hey, Starscream, this is what folding out landing gear is like. Starscream didn't have that. Look. Fold that in. I mean, from every angle, he looks great. And watch this. I'm going to convert him. Look at that. Notice, I didn't take apart any pieces. I didn't have to take anything off. I just converted him, and he looks good. He's got big, beefy legs, and, and he's got nice proportions. I mean, this guy has a good silhouette. He is a decent figure, and yes, I will concede that the robot mode on the Seekers, Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, they looked great. But boy, you had to take off and put on a lot of crap to get them to look that good. And honestly, how many of you actually had all those accessories a couple of years into owning that figure? Be honest. Did you still have the fists? Did you lose one? I bet you lost one. Did you still have the gun tips? Did they break off? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. You had the the mounts for the weapons, but not the tips, and you lost at least one fist, and probably the tail fins too. He doesn't look as cool once he loses half of his bits. Leader 1, you didn't lose anything. We'll talk about this more later. But the point is that Gobots were awesome. They just were poorly marketed and had a shitty show, and oh gosh, the names. The names are so bad. Oh, I could spend, you know, I will spend a video just talking about Gobot names. And maybe what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll try and rename Gobots and make them better, but not in this video. So, anyway, we are here to see if ZOD works. So, here we go. This is ZOD. Move stuff out of the way. ZOD, the robot, the Gobot Monster. Here, we'll put Bug Bite in front of him. Oh! Oh, he killed Bug Bite! Oh! That's right! ZOD works! ZOD is great! Look at him! Oh, look at that guy! Okay, that's awesome! I mean, that's another thing, you know. Okay, I'm not taking anything away from Omega Supreme or Skylynx or Trypticon because they were fantastic toys. I mean, they were great. I loved those guys, and I didn't get them until I was an adult, and I still love them. But they would just kind of walk. Okay, they didn't attack violently. This guy attacks violently. He's scary. If I saw this thing coming at me like in life size, so it was the size of my house, I would be freaked out. You know what? I would get into my bomb shelter and I would wrap myself up in all the many, many cases of toilet paper that I bought earlier this week. No, I didn't buy that much toilet paper. I'm sorry. We already discussed this. So, anyway, there you go. ZOD is fixed. That is how I fix ZOD. And a little commentary on Gobots. And we're going to talk more about Gobots. There's more Gobots coming. And you're going to learn that Gobots were actually pretty darn cool. So, don't be afraid to love Gobots. I'm not. This is Clay Carlino telling you to be brave, love Gobots, and fix your ZOD.